On March 25th in the NBA arena, Los Angeles Lakers played away against Orlando Magic. They lost the game with a score of 106-118. They suffered 3 consecutive defeats. Although the Lakers still rank 4th in the West, the Grizzlies behind them have tied the win-loss difference. The Denver Nuggets, ranked 3rd in the West, is even 1.5 games ahead of the Lakers. Originally, the return of LeBron James and Brandon Ingram would bring the Lakers a new turning point, helping the team to climb to a higher ranking. But reality is contrary to expectations. The team fell into a deeper predicament. James and Bashanlai, in the 2 games after their comebacks, failed to return to their best form. This became the primary reason for the Lakers' loss. In this game against the Magic, James scored 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. He made 9 of 18 shots, 3-point shots with 0 hits, and made 6 of 7 free throws. From the data, this answer seems acceptable. But as long as you look into the game, you will find that whether in offense or defense, James has not yet regained his peak state. Lakers reporter Dave McMenamin revealed before the game that both the Lakers and James knew that due to the lack of sufficient training time, it's hard to recover through regular training. So as long as he feels his physical condition is good enough, he will use the game to restore his physical fitness and regain rhythm. Dave McMenamin said this: "Just like when Doncic first joined the Lakers, it also took several games to adapt to the rhythm of the new team. James also needs to play in actual games to regain his previous competitive feeling." Meanwhile, Bashanlai's knee injury has not fully recovered, which greatly affected his performance. In this game, Bashanlai came on as a substitute. He made 2 3-pointers and 4 shots and 0 for 2 3-pointers, only getting 5 points and 3 rebounds. Dave McMenamin also mentioned that currently, Bashanlai's playing time will be limited to 20 to 25 minutes. He told us his knee is only about 70 to 80%, but he also realized the current situation of the team. He will try his best to help the team secure the top 6 seeds. The second key factor for the Lakers' loss is that the team's defense performance was extremely poor. In the past 3 games, the Bulls scored 146 points. The Magic scored 118 points in 2 games, with an average of 127.3 points. Even though the team is now fully staffed, the defensive intensity compared to the previous 8-game winning streak is completely different. Take this game as an example. The Magic's 2 stars, Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner, both scored well, scoring 30 and 32 points respectively. After the game, Doncic admitted that the team was complacent. In this state, it is impossible to stand in the competitive West. Doncic hopes the team can return to the 8-game winning streak, the positive and aggressive defensive state. Bench players performed poorly in this game. This is another important reason for the Lakers' loss. Basin Ray only scored 5 points, Jared Vanderbilt scored 1 point, Gabe Vincent scored 4 points. Damian Goodwin scored 1 point. Creek Knight scored 3 points. The Lakers' bench players only scored 14 points. On the other hand, the Magic, the bench players, scored 30 points together. Among them, Wendell Carter Jr. scored 17 points alone, which is more than the total score of Lakers substitutes. Bench players can't provide enough firepower support for the team, and the starters are not in their best form. It's not hard to understand that the Lakers lost to the Magic. In addition, the Lakers' poor 3-point shooting performance becoming the 4th largest factor in the loss. Throughout the game, the Lakers made 10 of 32 3-pointers, with a shooting percentage of only 31.3, while the Magic made 15 of 40 3-point shots, with a shooting percentage of 37.5%. After the Lakers acquired Doncic, once set off a frenzy from the 3-point line, the 3-point shooting performance has improved significantly. But in this game, the Lakers not only had a lower overall 3-point shooting percentage, but the substitutes only made 1 3-pointer. The Lakers have used a small lineup for a long time, which requires them to be efficient in 3-pointers. Otherwise, the team will be in a very passive position. After the game, Lakers head coach Chalet Dyke said in an interview, that the Lakers need to improve in execution, needed to be improved. The team must quickly restore its game rhythm. Everyone originally expected that after James and Bashanlai returned, the Lakers with a full lineup could make a strong run and even challenge for the 2nd place in the West. But the reality is that the team was defeated by the Bulls and then lost to the Magic, suffering 3 consecutive defeats. Let's make a bold assumption. If James and Bashanlai hadn't returned, would the Lakers have defeated these 2 Eastern teams? It's very likely. It's possible to win at least one game. The Lakers lost 3 games in a row and lost to the Bulls and Magic in a row. If we have to find the person responsible, James is to blame. James' performance after his return was obviously poor. More importantly, he didn't devote enough energy to defense. Although in this game against the Magic, James's defensive performance compared to the last game against the Bulls improved somewhat, it still fell short of the team's expectations. Any fan who has watched these 2 games knows that the key to the Lakers' 2 losses was defense. When James was out and Doncic led the team, Vanderbilt, Dorian Smith, Vincent, and Goodwin were responsible for the main defensive tasks. Austin Rivers and Luka Doncic led the offense. The Lakers were fully capable of winning the game. When Doncic led the team alone, he has the ability to stabilize the situation. But only relying on him, it's hard for the team to go further in the playoffs. After all, with the current lineup without James, it's hard for the team to handle high-level games against strong teams. Looking back to when Davis was injured and traded, the Lakers had a 5-game winning streak. They even had an 8-game winning streak before. During these winning streaks, James fully devoted himself to defense, especially during the 8-game winning streak. James played without the ball. He and Finney Smith forming a solid defense for the Lakers, and also drove the defense of Basin Lai Doncic and LeVert's defensive enthusiasm. At that time, the Lakers lacked a strong center. James, Banchero, Finney Smith, Vanderbilt, so they had to often play against the opponent's center. Long-term and high-intensity confrontation which made their bodies prone to fatigue injuries. This is also the reason why James and Basinlay, the important reason for their successive injuries. This is a hard problem in the Lakers' current lineup, which cannot be solved in the short term. It's no exaggeration to say that during the 8-game winning streak, the Lakers without a center, James was the defensive core of the team. Facing the team's 3-game losing streak, Luka Doncic showed a high emotional intelligence and leadership. After the game, Doncic's remarks seemed plain but actually contained deep meaning. I think LeBron and I should be the ones to solve this problem. It's all my fault. Obviously, I have to do better. I must communicate more. I did communicate in the first half, but then my voice gradually became quieter. I shouldn't have done that. I must speak up more. Let every teammate find their place. I need to try to be a good team leader. You know, I'm still a new player for the Lakers. I'm still new to the Lakers, but I'm getting used to speaking up. Everyone should communicate more. Everyone understands that these 2 losses, James is responsible for these 2 losses. In the competitive arena, only winning or losing matters, regardless of age. Luka Doncic took the responsibility and said he would speak up more and lead the team forward. This undoubtedly puts a lot of pressure on James. This behavior is an unanswerable conspiracy. James, you must adapt to the team's current role and release energy and lead the team to victory with me. James has been in the NBA for 20 years with rich experience. He knows the team's current situation better than anyone and knows how to adjust himself. He knows that in the current Lakers, Luka Doncic has become an indispensable core figure of the team. Next, can James, inspired by Doncic, quickly regain his form, improve the defense intensity, and lead the Lakers out of the predicament with Doncic? It's worth looking forward to by fans.